Hey everyone, this is Chef. Welcome back to Uma. Let's take a look at our independent training results before we get into our run for the day. See if we've managed to put together a usable Nishina flower parent yet or not. We have some okay ones on our account, but none of them are a great fit for the current CM. This one is painfully close to 1100 power, but the rest of the stats look fine. As far as skills, I want to win with you hints would be nice. Head-on's decent, Fearless is fine, PTO. Lone Wolf is always a fun spark. We only good groundwork and Umamusume here. So we don't have Slipstream, but that's fine. Latent Pace Savvy are both fine. Late Surger's fine. Determined Descent. These corners, medium straights. Unyielding Spirit. Hesitant Pace Chaser's probably also fine. And then we can go Focus, Concentration, Beeline Burst, Corner Adept. For greens, we've got Fall Runner, Outer Post, Firm Conditions, Non-Standard, no right-handed or left-handed. And then I've got 747 that I can still spend. That is quite the budget. So there's nothing down here that we need. We could go Acceleration for Team Trials fodder. It's not really great for competitive, but we can do that. Steadfast we talked about last time. It kind of cancels out Nishino's Unique. On tracks where Nishino's Unique is good, Steadfast is bad. So we can go Blinding Flash. Sprinting Gear's a little gambly. That's still probably fine. Corner Acceleration's also a little gambly. But Go with the Flow is, like, arguably worse. So I guess I could go with Corner Acceleration. And we'll see where we wind up on Sparks here. SS. Halfway to SS plus. 1 wit, 2 turf, but we do hit Umastand PTO. These are actually really nice white sparks. So we hit Fall Runner, Straightaway Adept, Unyielding Spirit, Straight Descent, Late Corners, Umastand PTO on the way to our dream. It might be useful for looping, but it's probably not going to be that useful for an ace. We'll at least see what our second option is. Ooh. Okay. So not something we're going to use in this CM as well, because this is a mile, but this is a halfway decent sprint parent. We got Sprinting Gear, Straight Descent's okay for pace, Late Savvy is fine, Umastand PTO, so this is probably usable. The white sparks aren't perfect, but they're pretty good, and 2 wit, 2 sprint, 2 budding blossom is not bad. Yeah, we'll keep that one and we'll go ahead and stamp that. Nice. More for team trials than for the CM, but always good to have an additional usable sprint parent laying around here and there. So, let's go ahead and get into the run today. I did not have a chance to run a second Grass Wonder. I was going to try to last night, but I ended up not having the time after all. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try and run Grass Wonder back. And I'm starting to feel like the deck that we're using, the 2-speed, 2-wit Daiichi Ruby decks that we've been using for both Seeking the Pearl and for Grass Wonder, they might require a bit too much of a high roll for my liking. So it took us 3 attempts to put this Seeking the Pearl together, and I do think that this Seeking the Pearl is fine. Lack of gold skills and mid-race velocity notwithstanding. But it did take us 3 attempts to get here. And this Grass Wonder attempt, I think, was fairly low on RNG, so I'm willing to try it again. But at the same time, if we're only going to be running 2 speed cards, we really need to be nailing speed and wit trainings in order to get a realistic amount of speed to be competitive. And while I do think Daiichi Ruby's gold is good, it is pulling away from that consistency. If this was a wit card, or if this was a speed card, it would make it easier to hit the levels of speed that we're looking for, even on a bad run. I'm also still concerned about the mid-race velocity that we're getting out of this deck. We're basically relying on See You Later exclusively, because we don't have any other good mid-race golds. And part of that is because the cards that give good mid-race golds for late surgers are really bad in Grand Concert. Like, we can't be running Marvelous Sunday's SSR power card here, because that card is abysmal in Grand Concert. It has no specialty priority, and it has no training effectiveness, so it doesn't do anything. But at the same time, if we freed up our borrow slot and we tried to do something other than Daiichi Ruby, we could go for, like, you know, Kita-san for Professor of Curvature. We could go for Nakayama Festo's Wit card to get nothing ventured, and then we could just have a little extra stamina to back us up in the event that we actually lose the stamina from activating that ability. So I'm going to run this deck for one more day, and we're going to see how the Grass Wonder run looks. But I do think that for the sake of just building 3 aces that are good right now and then trying to high roll later, we might want to be starting with a 3-speed 2-wit 1 light hello deck, just to give us something that's baseline usable. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into our run for the day. We will be doing one more Grass Wonder run. For our legacy, we're using Ryan. I don't remember exactly what Ryan parent it is, but if we search Let's Pump Some Iron, we should be able to surface it fairly quickly. I think it might be this Mile Ryan. Power Mile, Lone Wolf PTO, Straight Adept Corner Wreck. Yeah, it's this one. I do wish that basically all of these were like Mile corners and then, you know, late corners, late savvy, but I think this Ryan is good enough. And then for our guest borrow, we're looking for Nishino. So that would be Budding Blossom. And specifically, the one that we want is the one from Quinn, because that's giving us our extra sources of stamina. So we'll go ahead and slot this in. This is also a nice mix of Turf and Mile Spark, so that we have a chance to hit both Turf S and Mile S. We have a few usable White Sparks in here, like Standard Distance is fine, Cloudy Days is fine, Unyielding Spirit's fine, Ramp Up's good, PTO's good, Late Savvy's good, Umastan is good, so this is definitely something that we can go ahead and use. And then as far as deck goes, we'll hop back to our original Mile Grand Concert deck. We'll slot Daiichi Ruby in, and we'll give this one more try. We'll see if we can't generate a high roll off of this. And if we can, that's great. But if we can't, after we build Nishino, which is going to be the next run or two, we're going to come back to our late surgers, and we're going to try and prioritize getting more mid-race velocity onto them, and we'll just give up on lightning surges being a backup source of acceleration. That's going to put more weight and more emphasis onto things like On Your Left, and onto things like Let's Pump Some Iron, which is going to make our accelerations a little less reliable in late race as a result, but at the same time, I'd much rather have the extra speed, and I'd also much rather just have, like, a good runner in place. So Tachyon with a hint on Wit. We don't care about Tachyon's Wit, but it does double her friendship that she generate here, and it also saves our energy. Don't mind it. I do want to be really careful with my energy management early in the run. That's fine. We have yet to see Sweep Tosho give us early Charming, but maybe today will be the day. 1, 2, 0, 0. I think I'm fine clicking Wit here again. 2, 1, 1, 0, 0. That's Wit again. First song, Light Hello unlocked. Let's go find where she's gone. We've done a great job of making sure we have energy in reserve to chase Light Hello onto suboptimal trainings. 1, 1, 1 and a hint. Small chance to get Slipstream out of that. And we're also full on energy, so I don't need to manage my energy quite as much, and this doubles our friendship, so I think we can take a speed training here. After School Stroll is not useful to us. That is end closer technology. 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. We still haven't actually seen Light Hello on a training, let alone been able to train with her. But surely she's out there somewhere. Sweep Tosho's chain done. 1, 0, 0. There she is. Unfortunately, there's 2 trainees and the director on speed. I would much rather train that. I think it's much more important to build that friendship early. We can go energy 10, power 10 here because we don't need sprinting gear. 1 plus director. Light hello, but it's on guts. I'll stick to wit here still. I'm getting close to the point where I would like to force a training with light hello, even if it's not very good. But I'm going to try and hold out just a little bit longer so I don't basically take a turn off just to get a mood up. 1 plus director. God, light hello alone on power. This is a wit training. I'm not going to take this power training just to get light hello. You have to show me something a little better than that. And then we'll go ahead and dip into our lessons here because we have a ton of currency at this point. CB1. Not that we need that to finish. Skill hit for Pace Chaser. No. Skill points 5 for 10 VI. I'd rather just get stats for VI. And then support chain, friendship training effectiveness. So we need to track down 11 more VO. 1 on wit. Would have been so nice if she showed up in that speed training. We'll still take the speed training. It's good friendship growth. Director's also here. Basically, anytime we see the energy recovery event, I think we could skip director friendship at this point, because we're getting a lot of it out of training. There's lightning surge done already. 1 plus director. 1, 2. Light hello alone on stamina. This gives us the VO that we need, and it's decent friendship growth, and it also levels our power facility up. I think I can justify that. That at least lets us buy our first song. We can get the shop rotating a bit. Plus 5 friendship training. 5 stam. Going for miles kind of interesting to think about right now, but I think I'd rather try and stretch my currency a little farther. And then friendship training, support chain, support chain. So we'd be targeting you next. Hop into debut. I'll run his pace. This basically means our unique can't trigger, but it also means we can't get blocked. And we've won by 8 lengths, so it doesn't particularly matter either. Alright, good light hello training, please. I'm looking for my event planner friend. Has anybody seen her? Not yet. Now, this is going to have to be a rest. Unless she shows up on wit. She could show up on wit here. That's also pretty good. It's not on wit. She's not anywhere. So we'll just take a rest this turn. Get all of our energy back. Good. Switch over to agenda so I know where I am in the year. 2 on stam, 1 on power, light hello alone on guts. 7 CO out of the wit training that also puts Sweet Tosho to gold and builds director friendship. I like that. We can go top option on fine motion. Grab our friendship training song. And then we're probably targeting stamina here. Alright, this is our power training. Or this is our light hello training. We care about fine motion hints. Right-handed, fall runner, outer post proficiency, nimble nav, I think are all fine. We want to get our power facility leveled up. This doubles fine motion's friendship growth because it's a hint, and fine motion's also... Sorry, light hello is also here. Getting confused about what support cards are in the deck. There we go. Okay, we finally done it. Now... show up at... Ooh. Not a light hello training, but I'll still take it. Good. Interesting. It's early enough that I can take Charm Chakra here. We do have 2 support cards at gold already. But it's still nice, because Fine Motion and Tachyon are really lagging behind at this point. I also think this is just a fine light hello click. We need PA right now, and she also has a chance to double currency out of this. It also saves our energy, obviously. So, I don't need Charming again, so I'll take Skill Point. That's unfortunate. Let's go Stam 5. Let's probably try and go Guts 5 for VI if I can swing it. That is a decent wit training. It saves our energy, and it puts a little bit of friendship into fine motion. This probably puts CB to gold. But I think I'm okay with just saving energy and being patient here to try and currency double off of Light Hello. Can't do it that time. And then this is 28 performance points versus just 10, but it puts Daiichi Ruby and CB to gold, and it builds Director Friendship, and it saves energy. So I think I'll take Wit here just for the sake of prioritizing some early friendships, and then look for more speed rainbows later. But that's 2 support cards online. That's a great Wit click. I don't mind that at all. I don't think it's quite enough to put Fine Motion to gold. But next training should be. I'm not going to take it, unfortunately. Don't mind that as attack count and Light Hello training, honestly. Director Friendship is fine. We don't need to worry about what she's doing. And yeah, it would be nice to get Fine Motion to gold here, but I'd also like to level Speed to 3, and I'd like to get attack count early, online earlier rather than later. So let's go Guts 5. I want to find my next song, just to get a little more information about what I should be taking here. I think Stam 5 is fine. Support chain, support chain, support chain. Wouldn't mind trying to chase speed gain +1. Do you give VI? You do give VI. I can justify that. There's our currency. Move down to good. It's fine. We can fix it. Might actually fix it with a New Year's. Oh, we haven't unlocked Recreation yet. We can't fix it with the New Year's event. We're not getting Light Hello's New Year's choice at this point, unless we see Recreation right now. Like this turn. Imagine, though. Single Rainbow Speed. Light Hello Wit. Fine Motion to gold, but it's a Guts training. Tachyon to gold, but it's a Power training. Currencies. I don't think currencies matter, because I don't think I'm going to try and buy one more song here. We could buy 1, 4, 6, 9 more lessons. Maybe I should try and get to the next song, and then I can carry it over into the next year. The only problem is that we're low on VI, but we're pretty high on other currencies. As long as I try to not spend my DA, I think we can make it. I'll go Wit 5 here to spend CO, because I have a lot of it. I can spend VO here, because I could still buy one more VO lesson after this. We can buy Wit here, because I can still buy one CO lesson after this. And then, yeah, there's our next song. Okay. So we're probably targeting Wit gain +1 here. It comes with specialty priority. It's interesting to think about, because getting specialty priority online for the first half of Classic actually might be relevant. But at the same time, it's 28 performance points versus 14. But then at the same time, you could get 20 out of Light Hello. Curious. Very curious. You know what? Let's try and aim for it. Light Hello? No Light Hello. Unfortunate. I think we've only hit her 1 time so far this run. Not ideal, but I do think it's good to get this song online. That's an extra 12 turns of +5 specialty priority on all of our support cards, which should help us see rainbows a little bit more often, which is going to help us build performance points and stats a little more often. I think it's good enough. Versus the flip side of that coin would be we save that song, we buy it going into Classic Year, and then we see like the +2 skill point gain song earlier. I think +5 specialty priority for 12 turns is probably better than +2 skill point gain like 2 lessons early. That's just a hunch. I like that. That's probably Tachyon to gold off the back of Charming. We might be just a little short. But I do like that it builds speed. It is Tachyon to gold. Okay. It's also Slipstream. Okay. Very good. It's also speed to 3. We can go wit skill points here. No rainbow. It would be a great turn to chase down Fine Motion wherever she is. It's on a power training. It also builds Tachyon's friendship, and we want to get Tachyon to 100, not just 80, because that's what turns on the unique perk. So I could go for leveling our power facility here. Kind of like that idea. Let's go stam 5. Let's go stam 8. And then speed gain +2 spec priority versus speed 22 friendship training effectiveness. I'd rather try and aim for this if I can. But let's see how quickly I can build VI. If it takes us more than a few turns, then I might just buy the friendship training to get it online early. There's our mood fix as well. VOPA, but it's an otherwise pretty underwhelming training. Hey, everything is pretty underwhelming. I'll take it anyway. We at least get 30 performance points out of this. I actually kind of need the energy right now because all of my support cards are online and I'd really like to hit a training next turn. Yeah, this is the VI that we need. So I like that idea. I don't feel like I need to work on Director Friendship or chase down Daiichi Ruby. This is probably a wit training to keep working on our VI. But now I can take any training I want next turn. Because we're good on energy. And we're definitely good on energy now. Okay. So it's a little late, but it's not that bad. Single Rainbow Wit with nothing else going on. Stamina, no. Yeah, I mean, we just conserve energy here, even though it doesn't really add to our VI. But at the same time, I want to find that skill point gain song. I think we've waited too long on Bluebird days, and +2 speed is not that good. Let's see if we can find where the skill point gain song is hiding. Cheap skill hint for Mile at this point. Well, there it is again. Guess it really wants you to try and buy it. Go COPA here to manage energy. Would love like a big chunky DAVI double rainbow speed training right now. It's close. it's almost what I asked for. Tachyon needs one more training or one more event to go to gold. Or to go to 100. She's at gold already. Focus, Umastan. And that's really about it. Lone Wolf is kind of interesting to think about, but 5 hints for Umastan is really good. No Turf S, no Mile S. We can go cheap hint for Late Surger. I'd like to go cheap hint for Late Surger again, honestly. Just find me some VI in my trainings. Yeah, there's some. In fact, that's the training you asked for earlier. So let's take that. Skill hint for late. Slick Search getting cheaper is good. Support chain specialty priority. See if we can get that taken care of. We can. We can definitely get that taken care of. This is the run? I think maybe this is the run. I'm gonna dig for one more song because I'd really like to see the skill point bonus song. Let's go 2 skill hints for Miles, even though it's a little expensive. Wit skill point seems fine to me right now. Power 8 seems fine. Speed 8 is the only thing I can afford. And there it is. So I need PAVI. I don't immediately know how to manifest that, but I think this is going to be a recreation, and then we have 2 turns early June and late June to try and generate those performance points. This is our chance to get Corner Wreck. No, but 15 energy is still pretty good. And then we're at 278 stam, which I don't think is quite enough to win the Derby reliably. But at the same time, I don't have any options for stamina. So we're just going to have to hope that Late Surger and 278 is good enough. It is. Okay, sure. I don't think that's good enough to win reliably. I think if we rush a little bit, we probably stay him out, but we didn't, so it doesn't matter. Rainbow's good. DAPA is good. It's giving us half the currency. We might need to chase down a suboptimal VI training here. However, the skill point half of the skill point gain song comes online immediately. So we don't need to go way out of our way for it. And in fact, I don't think I'm going to go way out of my way for it. I'm just going to save energy on Wit, and then we're going to buy it when we come into summer break. It also lets us queue up a song, so that we can get to the +3 skill point gain song faster. So we're losing out on a few skill points here, because we saw the +2 skill point gain song relatively late. But as with Light Hillow's Recreation, I don't think it's that bad. It's not perfect, but no run is the perfect run. And there's still a lot of things that have gone right this run in terms of our training RNG that have allowed us to build a lot of stats early. So still feeling pretty good about things. We'll just save energy on a Wit training. Mood -1, Guts 30, and 1.5 million CCs versus Mood -1, Wit 30, and B still? Oh, it's Mood -1 or Energy -10, I see. I'd rather have 1.5 million CCs, because there's an uphill in last spurt. And I'd like to go faster on it. I also think losing 10 energy is very preferable to losing 1 mood during summer break, because I can just click Wit. So let's get the rest of the VI that we need, and then see if we can find the next skill point gain song. Energy 30s are really attractive right now. Do I get PA out of this training? I do. Please don't fail. Okay. We buy Energy 30 here, and then I can take 1 more training, whatever it is. We'll go Power 10. Interesting. I think I probably still go for that speed training. Our Wit is fine. So let's go Energy 30. That makes that training fail-proof. Wit gain plus... These are all support chain event frequency. Wit gain +2 is definitely better than the other options, but at the same time, I'd honestly rather just clear a song from the backlog to try and find the skill point gain song, and I don't care that much about the stat growths in general. I don't think they have a huge impact on the outcome of the run. We'll go Wit 8. We'll go Wit 8 again, because I have a lot of CO. Skill point gain +3. Okay. Alright. Okay. A lot of things are going right here. We do still need to find either Turf S or Mile S. Energy Mood would be great right now. Wit training, please. Hour training? I don't really want to do that. I think we just wreck. So what do we still need? We need Turf S or Mile S, for sure. That's one of our main criteria for an ace. We would also really like to find the 10% friendship training songs as early as possible. The speed training is just okay. I'm not going to chase it down at the energy that we're at when I can just take an okay Wit training instead to preserve energy. We need to find both of the friendship growth songs. And then we also need, like, good training luck for the rest of the run. None of those are a guarantee. But we're in really okay shape right now. Everything we've had to do right so far, we have done right. So it's now time to start thinking about defending our DA and VI, so that we don't spend it unnecessarily. I think Specialty Priority +5. This is probably like the last time Specialty Priority is going to be good as a song, because we're going to start to hit diminishing returns on it. And we might also not even end up buying that song. But we'll see how things go for the rest of Classic here. That's a double Rainbow Wit training that gives PA. That's only a single Rainbow Speed training. I think this is just much more energy efficient for us. And stat efficient, probably. So we just need any PA training now, basically. Single rainbow VIDA when energy's basically full. Totally fine with that. Land motion 2. Not that we need speed star. Japan Cup on 300 stamina might be a little shaky. We definitely have the speed for it. Okay. Now just give me one more PA training. That is a PA training. It's a lot of other things, but it's a PA training. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. And then I think we're done. Well, hold on. The lessons are 16 right now. So you could buy 16, 32, 48, 64. Don't laugh at me, I'm doing mental math. 80? You can buy 5 DA lessons, 1 VO lesson, 2 VI lessons, 3 CO lessons. I think if we try and aggressively spend our CO and just a tiny bit of DA, we can get to our next song, which means that we can make the unlock happen faster. Because we're on a good run right now, I'm going to try and risk it. So we'll go CO, we'll go DA, we'll go, ooh, 15 VO is tempting, although this means we can't buy a VO lesson after that because we'll be at 15 instead of 16. I'm going to go CO to be safe. And now I guess you would just go power 8. That's 4, and there we are. I don't really care about any of these, but VOCO is definitely the song that we would want to get next because it stays away from our DAVI. We are set up really well. This is the arena in the rain, and I have like 315 stamina. I'm gonna die. Never mind, I'm fine. By 9 lengths? Okay, I'm more than fine. Alright, 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 alright. Concert 3. Okay. 30 energy out of Senior Year New Year's is going to bring us back to full. We want to take 1 non-rainbow wit training, and then we want to hit 20 energy or more out of the raffle, and then we're right back on track. So plus 30 energy. I see a rainbow. It's a wit training, so we're going to waste a little energy here, but it gives us the CO that we need. That's fine. Extra 5 to all. Sure. We can buy our lesson. Plus 2 power. And now we look for 10% friendship growth. So I'd really like to avoid spending DAVI if possible, but I have a ton of DA right now, so I can buy speed 12 just to advance the lesson. There's one of them. Stam 12 is good, and then after this we probably have to go back to training because I have no currency. Yeah, but you're aiming for PACO at this point, probably. Well, you might just actually want to take 12 Stam, too. You want PA. PA should be your priority here. You can take it off of an okay stamina training. You can take it off of a bad speed training. Honestly, I don't mind clicking it here. Tachyon hints don't matter to us, but it is an okay training, and it's giving us a decent amount of skill points at this point, is the biggest thing that I'm thinking about. Like, a turn that we spend clicking a training that has support cards at it is going to give us skill points, and a turn that we spend, like, taking a race is going to give us more skill points, but it's going to be worse for us from, like, an energy and stats perspective. These are all the same thing, so just take the one that you're going to hit earliest. You don't have to lock a choice in now. Single rainbow speed, single rainbow power. I'd like to try and get my... I mean, this is 26 and 26. You'd be crazy to not take that. I was going to say I'd like to get some stats into power, but I really need the performance points instead. There's Daring Strike, not that we can use it. Could probably just manage our energy on a wit training. Oh, you know what? We should advance the rec chain here. We don't have much of this career left. So let's make sure we're getting to see you later, because that's actually a really important source of mid-race velocity for us, considering the other options that we have to work with. Single rainbow speed, much better. Single rainbow power. We get an energy discount from Light Hello being there. I still need to get some currency into PA at this point. Neither of the skill hints we get from Tachyon's bottom option help us, so let's take 10 energy. COVI is good for giving us the CO that we need. This is the only lesson we can afford, so we'll grab you. Need VI desperately, but I also don't want to spend VI. I need like a big singular double rainbow speed train to come through and give us like 30 VI. Or I need Light Hello to hit it. It's gold. It's a lot of white sparks. I don't know how many of them are relevant. PTO and Cloudy Days, and that's about it. So we're not going to get Turf S, we're not going to get Mile S. It may still be possible for this run to be good enough, though. We're not even at summer break yet, and we're already over 1200 speed. This is the VI that we wanted. It also gives us a bit of PA to buy random non-VI lessons. That's good. So I'm going to go Guts Wit, because it doesn't spend as much VI as the other option. 2 skill hints for Mile off of PA seems fine to me. Mile Straits is really good. There's the second friendship training song. Okay. We've done pretty much everything we need to do here. We just need our trainings to hold out for the rest of the run. Single rainbow speed versus single rainbow power. 22 versus 24. But this we're short on. I'm short on PA and VO. So I don't mind taking this power training over the speed training. We'll just shore up some of our low performance points. Tachyon 2. That's pretty good, but this is arguably better, because it saves energy, and we do have summer break coming up. So we'll go Wit 5. Also, Tachyon and Sweet Tosha are there for skill points. And now I get to take a double rainbow speed, and then we probably Light Hello Recreate early June to rebuild energy. But that's been perfect. It's been absolutely perfect. We've gotten an excellent distribution of performance points coming into summer break. We're already at max hype. I almost feel like I could dig to our next song from here. So we could buy 1, 2... Well, maybe not, because now I'm looking at it, I'm like, we could buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lessons right now, because lessons are 24. Unless we get really lucky with seeing hints. I don't need to dig. I'm at 16 already. I only need to get to 18 by early December. Oh, God. Okay, change of plans. Maybe we'll be buying energy from the shop, because that's a great speed training. Yeah, I have to take that. And then I absolutely need energy back. We can go Power 5, Wit 5 here. You'd wait until the end of the concert to do this. You don't need to buy 20 energy now. We'll go win the Takarazuka Kinan. Good. Good, good, good. Frenzy Pace is fine. You still don't need to buy lessons. Okay. Summer break training basically isn't different from normal trainings at this point, because our speed is already at level 4 and our wit is at level 5. However, we still want our rainbow trainings to hold out here. And what is our total friendship bonus right now? 40. It's a little on the low end, but it's not that bad. That's a huge speed training. So let's grab energy. Let's go speed guts, because we have a lot of DAVI right now. I'm mostly looking for another energy song as like an insurance policy. I can go wit 22. Just grab more friendship training effectiveness. Oh my god, there's another one. Holy dude. She's going crazy. Oh my god. She's going crazy with it. Yeah. I almost want to take wit here, though, to manage energy. But it's a double rainbow speed training. You'd be crazy to not take that. Let's take another 5% friendship training effectiveness. 2 skill hints for late surge are kind of interesting to think about at this point. We do that. And then you need VI for any of the rest of these options. So if you take the speed training, you're really hoping you see a wit training next turn. Whereas if you take this wit training, you can basically train guaranteed for the next 2 turns. Oh, man. The wit training is safer, but you know you're not going to see another like double rainbow speed training. Yeah, send it. Because if you see a wit training early August, then you're fine. But this now needs to be a wit training specifically. Yeah. We should have taken the wit. It would have been the safer option. We'll rest here to get energy back. And then there's the wit training I needed last turn. That's still fine, though. That's okay. We had 3 really good summer break trainings. It's okay to take 1 turn off to rest. That's fine. Single rainbow speed. But honestly, I'm really looking to build into like a light hello recreation at this point, because we do still have 2 more to go. So I might take a bad speed training just because it'll give me an excuse to recreate later. Go gut skill points. Support chain, support chain, support chain. I think we're out of the friendship growth songs, so we'll just take power gain. We might get 10 extra power out of that over the course of the rest of the run. Power wit versus stam. Let's keep building stam up. Speed's the only thing I can afford. Mile hint would be quite nice. Let's book that in. We're looking for CO, your DAVI. Power 20 versus Stam 10, Guts 10. Let's keep Stam going up. Single Rainbow versus better Single Rainbow. Getting a little worried about finishing Light Hello's chain. We might have to force some suboptimal recreations here. Ooh, never mind. That's going to be a good excuse to just go and do it, even if we see a good training. Speed Eater not useful to us. We can go Stam Power. Friendship training effectiveness. We're going to need to find some more PA. 22 Stam's also pretty good at this point in our life. Good. 10 carrots out of that, too. And then 4 more trainings to finals. Tachyon done. That's energy. No good training? Holy cow. Light hello, get over here. We're going to paint a picture by the river or whatever. Rob Roy jump scare. Studious is not useful to us. Single rainbow speed is pretty good right now. It gives us the PA that we want. I'd like to go train, light hello recreation, I think. Grab ledger domain. We're not going to buy any of those. Training plus 5. 20 songs. So we're fine. We don't actually have to buy any more from here, but we might as well, because we're not looking for any more songs. These are all just purely lessons at this point. Stam Guts pretty good. Let's keep Stam going up. Guts, okay. Actually, did anything cause... Yeah, you caused DA, and we have a lot of DA. Let's spend it down when we get the chance, even though we're only getting 6 instead of 12 out of it. And then we're basically done with songs. So we could light Hello Recreate now, because this training is fairly underwhelming. Or we could take this training and just light Hello in a blind training tomorrow. I'd rather light Hello now, because I don't think that's actually a very good speed training. So let's get it out of the way. There's See You Later. Late Savvy we don't have yet? Sure, man. Give me Late Savvy. And it's a good thing we did it last turn, because this is a better speed training for us now. Okay. Trick Front, not useful. But that's fine. We already got Slipstream. Good, good, good. Good. Saving up for VO here, because I really don't want to buy another song. They don't do anything for us. Like, I know we can buy top option, but it doesn't do anything. It has no purpose. So I need VO. I need pink. Send it. Concert's done. Gold scenario skill, which we'd like to avoid buying unless we really have to. There should be better options available. I see one rainbow. It's okay. It's also okay. I don't feel like I need more wit from this point. I think our wit's going to get to like 1,000, and I think that's okay. I would rather stack power as high as it can go, so that we can conquer that uphill at the end of the track. So let's go power here. It also gives us the VO that we need. The wit training may also have done that. I don't remember. We can go skill points 12, get rid of these songs. I don't care about those anymore. We can go power guts. I'd really like to spend DA if I have the option to. No, I'll go wit 12 then. Still don't have the option to spend DA, but VO or VI would both be fine. Okay. Plus 12 to all. It's a rainbow. It's a wit training, which is good for managing energy, and we can get VO out of this with Light Hello. And then we can take our next training no matter what it is. We don't get extra currency, but that's fine. If we see a big speed training, we may actually cap speed this run, which is wild. God, if only we'd hit Miles or Turfest. This run would be... Ooh, From Conditions is good. We'll be buying that. That's a great wit training. This would put us to 1200 power, which is like aesthetically pleasing to have as a nice round number, but this puts us at 1100 wit, which is also aesthetically pleasing, and it has a chance to give us light hello currency, which I think we still need to buy literally any lesson. This gives us VO, but I think the top option is, what, like a long hint or something like that, so we don't need it. Didn't hit, but that's okay. It also didn't even give us enough VO. Man, we're going to waste a ton of currency here. But honestly, with the way the rest of the run has gone, I'm okay with it. We could have gotten like an extra 30 stats if we had gotten the light hello proc off of that training. But it's okay. It's okay that we didn't, because the end result is still pretty good. So what's our skill point budget look like? Because the +2 skill point song did come online fairly late. I think we're at like 2,800. We're 3,100. Never mind, we're chilling, man. Holy. Alright, this is an ace. So we go, let's pump some iron. This is acceleration from 6th. We go budding blossom. This is acceleration from 3rd or 4th. Firm conditions, cloudy days. Homestretch haste. Well, you're a little expensive. I'll come back to you. On your left. Mile straights. Opening gambit's probably fine. 1.5 million CCs. Late Savvy, Umastand, Tail Held High, Lone Wolf, Slipstream, See You Later, Lightning Surge. No Looking Back will not work, because we're not going to be positioned towards the front, and then I Want to Win With You. I have 543 left over. Would have been nice to pick up, like, late straights, late corners at some point, but the hints never really showed up for us. I think I can go double mile straights for sure. Pilfer seems like an important source of mid-race velocity. Homestretch Haste seems like an important source of late-race velocity. And then I think maybe like double Firm? Just for extra power? I'd rather have that than Guts. This is a crazy stat line, by the way. It's really good. Let's go for that. This is going to be like mid-UG territory. UG 4, maybe? UG 8. Ooh, and it's 3 power, 2 turf, late savvy, firm, Umastand. I'd love for more white sparks, but that's usable. You don't get the turf stamp because you're gonna be my ace. So, would it be more consistent if we ran 3 speed cards? Yeah, dude, absolutely. There's no guarantee that we would have gotten this run in, like, 15 attempts maybe. But we did get this run. So that is our Grass Wonder Ace done. I'm still a little concerned about the mid-race. I wish that I had, like, curvature. But I don't have any way of getting curvature onto this runner. We've also finally gotten over our scenario record from our very first Taiki run ever, so that feels good. You need a special title. Because you are a special runner. You know what? You can be the key to success. It looks common, because it's a fairly common title. But it's the description of what this Grass Wonder did. So I think with an ace seeking the pearl in place, it's 45,900. That's pretty good. With an ace seeking the pearl in place and an ace Grass Wonder in place, we are now ready to start seeing how things look in practice CM lobbies. So I'm going to go get a few of those queued up, and I'll be back with you shortly as soon as we set those up. Alright, lobbies are set up. Let's go knock our dailies out, and then I'll go back and I'll introduce you to the current team, and we'll see how we're looking. The Team Trials Tracker, which lives here, is going to be our continued reference for which Team Trials runners are actually performing well, and which ones need to get rebuilt. We have a pretty clear picture emerging at this point, but I'm going to keep doing runs through today and tomorrow just to finish collecting data on it and figure out whether we're really seeing the whole picture or not. Make sure we're not running afoul of, like, small sample sizes. But I think we're gonna see more or less the same thing showing up over and over. So Air Groove to 7. Vodka to 2. Gold Chip losing a point, going to -7. Tachyon in 4th. So Tono Diamond is... This is not befitting of a CM champion. We gotta fix that as soon as we have an opportunity. And then Creek to -3, L to -5, down with the independent learners. We'll go again. I'm also bothered by the fact that our top 2 options are against UGs and our bottom option is against SS. As soon as we get back to working on Team Trials runners, I'll fix it so that all 3 options are silver. I just want you to know that I know and that it also bothers me. But unfortunately, we have CM prep to do. Air Groove to 8. Creek up to -2. I can only assume that it was the 3600. Or some other similarly long race that our opponent was not prepared for. And then Seeking the Pearl back down to 1. Taiki Shuttle down to -2. Gulchip down to -8. What distance was that long? That was a 2600. Wow, what happened to you? 9, 11, 12? Tachyon must have missed her positioning here to get Uma too. That's the only explanation. Wait, why'd you put your medium runners on along? Like medium, 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 medium. That's pace, so that works fine. A little dubious, to be sure. But this is a stamina issue on a 2600 in the rain, even if you do hit Breath of Fresh Air. And that's obviously a stamina issue. Okay, so they're not long runners. But, like, those don't win 2500s. You gotta fix that. There's definitely a team trial strategy of, like, building to win the 2500s and 2600s, because those are the most common long races, but you have to be able to actually finish the 2600s to execute that strategy. That is a remarkably low score. Tachyon to 19. Digital to 2. Vodka to 3. Gold ship to -9. L to -6. And Daiwa Scarlet getting the unfortunate honor of being the first runner into negative double digits. But it's not her fault. She's an independent learner. It's not like it's our build. 12? What's happening in my team trials runs today, man? That Bakshin should not have a stam problem. Did she rush for like half the race? What happened to you? Last by 6 lengths? She must have rushed so much, man. That's crazy. I have to watch to see what happened in this race. I don't understand what I'm seeing. I thought 5:30 was, like, safe for the absolute worst conditions you could experience in a sprint. We're watching Bakshin. Rushed, but then, okay, and spot struggle, and how long does it last? Quite a while. And that's enough to be fatal, huh? I don't think you can rush twice. But she's going to get to late race, and she's just not going to go anywhere. She even hits angling. That's so sad. She's in first, and she just doesn't have the stamina to finish. Yeah, this is everybody else deciding that they have enough stamina for last spurt. Realize just how bad it was to compound and spot struggle for what looked like a relatively short amount of time. But I guess there you go. Holy cow, man. That's not even her fault. That's just unlucky. Anyway. I didn't record these because I don't remember writing Special Week down yet. Agnes Tachyon to 20. Special Week to 6. Taiki to -1. Bakshin, unsurprisingly, to -5. It's not your fault on that one. It's your fault on a lot of other ones. But it's not your fault on that one. Seeking the Pearl to 0. El Condor Masada -7. We go again. This is our last round. I don't need to use a parfait here because we're already above the retention threshold, so we'll just send it. Okay. Still not great, but fortunately we don't have to chase retention threshold this week. We've had that sorted from, like, day 2. And then Taiki going to 0. Special Week going to 7. Seeking the Pearl going to 1. Daiwa Scarlet going to -11. Gold Ship going to -10. Joining her in the pit. Satono Diamond also going to -10. Joining both of them in the pit. So if we do a little bit of rearranging, our winners and our rebuilds don't even change at this point. So this is definitely the current state of our Team Trials team. We have an Agnes Tachyon, an Air Groove, and a Special Week that are head and shoulders better than everything around them. We have a lot of really bad independent training runners. It's good enough for Class 6. Like, we're retaining Class 6 week to week, but they're definitely not good, and we should remake them. And then also there's a Sutono Diamond in there. But I think that's relatively static at this point. So we'll do data collection for tomorrow, just so that we can say that we did it for a nice, square period of 5 days. And then after that, once Libra Lobbies actually start up, we will get back into working on some of those team trials runners, replacing the independent learners and seeing if we can't improve through there. Which will be nice because we should have, this is a 2200, we should have Suzuka completed by that time. So we'll have one more front runner that we can use. We'll go ahead and do this. Good. Go do our daily currency races. Keep farming money. I guess I can just throw Grass Wonder at this. It's a mile. Just don't get blocked. Good. I don't love it. I don't love late surgers on a daily race, but it's worked out. We get Wedding Curran, Admire Vega, nobody else new. Couple alarm clocks, new banners, we'll grab all those. And then let's go and check in on Club. Let's go do bingo spins. I guess technically we should claim our rewards from Trainer Aptitude Test, even though we can't actually do anything with them because we bought the entire shop out. Alright, give me all this, give me all this. What do I still have to do? We need to win the Spring Tenno. Alright, we can find a way to win the Spring Tenno. We might do that in like an independent training run. Now that we have an okay Nishino. But I'd still like to keep fishing for a mile Nishino, honestly, so I might keep running independent trainings with her. One more card done. We go again. One more card done. Beautiful. And then that is all of our chores, so let's go and check in on how our CM lobbies are looking. So this is what the team is right now. We haven't built our Nishino Flower Pace Chaser, so I'm using our Mile Pace Team Trials Matikane, who's actually, like, not horrible. We have Mile S, she has enough stamina. We have Speed Star, See You Later, Neck and Neck, Unstoppable. Like, she has skills. She's just not a purpose-built CM runner. And then we also have our Seeking the Pearl, double 8 straights, double 8 corners, double firm, because I ran out of skill points. Lightning Surge is our only gold because none of her potential skills really contribute to her doing well as a late surger on miles. And then we also have the Grass Wonder we just made. You've seen that before. I don't need to walk you through it. Let's go see how our lobbies are looking. Go ahead and start me. We have Chio Pace, Arden Pace, Grass Wonder Pace, but this looks like a 564 debuffer. And then we have Front Pace Late, so solo front lobby. Wait, why would you have a Pace Grass Wonder running Dominator? Oh, is this? No, it's 3 people. What the heck? What are you all about? Pace debuffer. Did you make this for this CM? Maybe. I don't know, man. Let's get in there. A solo front... a front Saiyan is scary, but a solo front isn't that scary. It depends on just how hard angling is going to hit for her, I think. We might have a little bit of positioning issues here, because our late surgers are definitely going to be towards the back, but if either of them can work up into Let's Pump Some Iron range, I think they'll be okay. And we don't really have any expectations around Fuku, but it will be interesting to see how she performs as just, a pace chaser. They need Grass to move up by 1 here to get into range for Let's Pump Some Iron, which is going to be hard for her to do because she doesn't really have mid-race velocity. She needs somebody else behind her to trigger See You Later, and she needs somebody in front of her to trigger Slipstream. And neither of those things have really happened thus far. But the advantage is that she can hit on your left and Lightning Surge, regardless of what's going on around. Fuku might have just hit a ton of velocity carryover, by the way. Grass hit on your left. I don't think she hit Lightning Surge, though. She's going to be way too far back to do anything, though. Yeah, I'm concerned about that mid-race velocity. I think that's going to be a major issue for us. And that Dober, who was a late surger with us, actually did okay. Like, didn't win, but was definitely more in contention. So what did you do? Curvature, See You Later, Dauntless. Where'd you get Dauntless from? Is that potential? You think that's wow, you used Sunday in Grand Concert, huh? That's a bold choice. This is a really nice build considering the deck, man. Yeah, you must have Dauntless from Potential, because none of these cards actually give Dauntless. Okay. So that's your mid-race. You're also relying on Full Throttle to give you mid-race, which I think our most reliable way of getting is probably through Hints in Grand Concert. But this does seem like the kind of CM where I would actively want to take skills that spend stamina to increase velocity, because it's the best way I have to get mid-race velocity onto my late surgers. So that's interesting to think about. I am going to have to figure out how to get more mid-race velocity skills, man. Otherwise, we're going to get smoked in these heavy pace lobbies. Pace Rice, Pace Nishino, Front Bourbon, Pace Rice, possibly Runaway Suzuka, and then late debuffer Rudolph. Are you Runaway? Yes. Okay, so you're gonna deny Angling and Scheming from Bourbon, and it's not the same person, so they haven't, like, strategized that. But again, we're gonna have the same fight on our hands over late surger positioning. I need to beat the worst pace chaser in the lobby to get into Let's Pump Some Iron range. And I'm not convinced that I have enough mid-race velocity to do that. We'll see. Hey, Pearl's crazy fast out of the gate. And she hit Umamusume. She's now finally getting hammered with a pace down mode. But that Nishino is also really slow out of the box. We could beat her. Grass also hit Umamusume. Alright, Grass managed to find 6th. Yeah, that Nishino screwed her startup, which we can't rely on. We can't count on that happening consistently. Grass is totally fine here. She needs to be careful about not moving into 4th, but 5th is a-okay for hitting both of her excels. That's going to be a little bit of a problem, but Pearl is now in 6th. Oh, Grass is Budding Blossom. Yeah, that also works, honestly. She's not going to be able to hit her unique from here. But she looks okay. I don't know how she's managed to trigger her unique from there, because she should still be in the front half of the pack. I'm not going to complain about it, though. That's really promising, man. If we can find a way to work out mid-race velocity, that looks really promising for being able to take over in late race. And then you're just Budding Blossom, Determined Descent. I didn't see when they hit Determined Descent, but they could have gotten lucky on that. And then just like normal Pace Chaser stuff. Oh god, also Turf S Mile S off 1564 speed. Okay, I don't feel bad about losing that lobby. I think this is a promising sign for that Grass Wonder build. That's a really strong Rice Shower. Okay. And then what was your deal? Right, Firm, 1584, 1204, Mile S, no Turf S. Like, functionally the same build. Umastand head-on, determined descent. I feel okay beating some of the runners that I'm seeing in this lobby. 1500 speed, angling and scheming, standard fall, groundwork, mile maven, escape artist, top runner, bourbon. I feel very confident being able to beat some of those runners. It's the same thing that we saw in Virgo. The CM lobbies, especially when they're this early, are going to be way more competitive than the actual lobbies. And so for us to be that competitive with that rice shower is a good sign. But I'm looking at Pearl, and I'm thinking she does not have nearly enough mid-race velocity. And I'm also thinking, you know who does have mid-race velocity is Airgroove, because Airgroove has a mid-race velocity unique. So I think we might have to shelve Pearl for this CM and work on a late Airgroove, and also figure out where to get like a second gold mid-race velocity skill for Airgroove. But I would say that is a fairly optimistic look at how we might be positioned for CM. And for a fact, we have one ace done. Yeah, Grass Wonder did not hit Turf S or Mile S, but everything else about that build is really nice. Just for my own edification, how good is 45? Not great. Like, we're obviously not on leaderboard, but it's okay. I can live with that. For now, though, I think that's going to do it. If you're enjoying the Uma series, do make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Those are metrics that I really do use on my end to keep an eye on what people enjoy watching and what they might want to see next. If you had any comments, questions, etc. about today's video, you want to talk about your own CM prep, your own luck in your Grand Concert runs, or anything else that's been on your mind Uma related, drop me a note down in the comments and let me know. Would love to hear from you. If you're looking for a fine motion borrow, or you want to play around with some of your own parent runs in the future, this is the account information for you. But if you have friends, coworkers, colleagues, clubmates, etc., who you'd rather funnel that currency to instead, totally understand, no worries. Till then, though, I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and enjoy the rest of your day.